Dad-blasted, wretched, rotten way to start a day.
Good morning, sunshine.
Oh no! What do you want?
Why, I'm fine, thanks. How kind of you to ask. I see you're crabby as usual. I'm here on business, sort of. I'd like you to do me a little favor. I got a personal ad I'd like you to print. 2 of them, actually. A thank you to my secret admirer, and a warning to Doc Ock.
Is that so? Alright, I'll print 'em. But I hope Octopus makes mincemeat out of you.
Meanwhile, in Brooklyn, woo.
Hey homies, what's up? Ryan Wynn here with another episode where we're going to take a look at more of the official Marvel Comics Tryout book from 1983. One more look at the cover here. My little Spidey eyes that I decided would be cool, I guess, when I was a kid. Don't know why. Alright, let's take a look at the chapters we're going to look at in this episode. Alright, let's get into this lettering section. If you've ever talked to me at a convention or seen an interview with me where I discuss lettering or we've discussed lettering, you've probably heard me say something like, lettering's the most difficult craft to master and the easiest craft to underappreciate. Take a look at the tools here. An Ames lettering guide. Use the spaces to delineate the letter size and the space between the letters. Once you get used to it, it's fairly intuitive. Looks kind of weird at first, but used with the T-square seen there, it's quite handy. Seeing tools as an inker. We got all those. And let's take a look here. A letterer does his work on original, penciled comics art pages once they are scripted. The next 2 story pages of this book are penciled and scripted, but not lettered, to simulate the actual working conditions Marvel professional comics letterers face. So if these had been the original pages, and all this would have been drawn in pencil, then sent to the letterer, and he would have lettered in ink before it went to the inker. Saves a lot of time. Let's check out the tools and technical information. The letterer inscribes the dialogue, sound effects, captions, and other copy written by the scripter directly onto the art pages where indicated by the scripter. The numbered lines of copy, dialogue, captions, etc., on the script pages correspond to the numbered rough indications for balloons, captions, etc. on the art pages. The letterer also draws the balloons and the borders around the panels. So again, taking a look at this page, I'd love an original page to show up at my house like that. Or roll into the office and the pages that are waiting to be inked are there, penciled, lettered, borders done. I think it's a good system. Obviously, it's much, much more efficient and easier for everyone to digitally letter, but I would even take printing up my boards like this, then inking them. Then the originals would have the letters printed on them. That'd be awesome. But then, all you technical process junkies out there, I know you're saying that, but it would have to be vectored PDF image from as an AI file so that it sizes properly for printing and comicsology and all that stuff. I'm just saying. Alright, let's get back to these tools here. Just like the inker, the letterer uses India ink, hunt quills, T-squares, all that fun stuff. Let you guys take a look at the Ames Guide information here. The spacing, 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch between lines. And of course, all throughout this book, the old Marvel adage was the #1 goal is storytelling. As always, a letterer can contribute by making the copy neat, legible, evenly spaced, and mistake-free. Balloons should be smooth and unobtrusive. If you don't already, go ahead and follow Nate Picos from Blambot over on Twitter. He's a brilliant modern letterer and designer. Jim Novak lettered the Marvel Comics Tryout book. There he is. Let's take a look at how nice his lettering is. All done by hand. Look at those O's. Not the word O, but the letter O. Sound effects. Wavy, scraggly Jonah, word balloon. Beautiful work. So then here's the script you're given. And a lot of writers today don't provide lettering scripts, but a lot do. Then the letterer can just cut and paste from the Word document into Illustrator and letter away. We had some fun with that in the intro. Well, I did. You had to sit through it. Yeah, first attempts at lettering. Whew. Pretty funny. And again, it was just regular Spider-Man. I had to change it to Black Suit Spider-Man. It was a huge deal in the mid-'80s. It's the coolest thing ever. I always loved inking the Jonah faces. Throughout the whole book, I've inked a bunch of the Jonah faces. So you can see John Romita Jr. has placed numbers that correspond with the text. So 1 goes into 1, 2 into 2, 3 into 3, and so forth. This also helps him with his composition and placement for his storytelling. And then, of course, makes it even better on the inker because you're not drawing a bunch of lamps up here or things that are eventually going to be covered up. You know what's going to be covered up. So Doc Ock and his cronies have come in to rob the bank. God, such a great shot. And you've got script notes that Romita's making throughout, since he's working from plot. And up here, we almost got a clean page. I touched this one a little bit. Guess I was practicing signing with a brush. Whatever. Just try and get a look at these Romita pencils for you. And those notes that he's leaving. As they escape. Pete's warning letter that Jonah agreed to publish. Romita does such a great Doc Ock. Pete's admirer, or Spidey's admirer, I should say, gets her letter. Woo! Storytelling, newspaper stand,
background. She's in the foreground. Very nice. See what's going on. We cut to Pete and Aunt May. She does not look happy. All right. Next chapter. Scripting. So often at the large production houses like Marvel or DC, I think it was more common at Marvel, the plot would come from someone higher up, an editor, editor-in-chief, writer. Then it would be sent to the penciler and broken down accordingly, panel by panel, leaving room for discussion. Now, he may be following the script at that point, but usually he wasn't. And sometimes it would be handed off to a lower tier writer, maybe somebody newer, or maybe another editor who was also writing, anyone to get it done. Basically, that's kind of how it works sometimes. And this person decides the words. In this case, I could see Spider-Man being handed off to David Michelini, or someone great like that. So look at these tools. It's the first time we've seen that in the book. It's a fantastic technical illustration though, isn't it? Isn't it? It's beautiful. Tools and technical information. The scripter creates the dialogue, sound effects, captions, and other copy which appears on finished comics pages, which the letterer actually inscribes on the pages. He also indicates just where in each panel the copy he's written should be placed. He does this by numbering the copy on his typed script pages and making corresponding numbered rough indications of the balloons, captions, etc., where he desires them on the art pages. See? Maybe John Romita was following a full scripted script. Full scripted script. Scripted script. Bah. So here we get our plot breakdown that would come from another writer or the editor. And then John Romita's broken that down into panels. So now what I'm thinking happened is he pencils like this, then these pages physically went to the scripter, and the scripter writes the script and then places the spots for the word balloons, whatever. He lays the word balloons in lightly and numbers them on the page for the letterer. How awesome is this Aunt May on page 15, lecturing Pete. She didn't like how he sounded last night, like a quitter. Parkers aren't quitters, she says. That's so rad. And here Pete is revealing that he's gotten his gumption back. He's feeling good, he's feeling positive about himself again. She doesn't have to worry about it. Womp womp. I inked part of that face and then left it. So weird how I just touched spots in this page. Here I went over with pencil. I must have been practicing. I hit that spot with ink. So you have the plot, you have your pencils, you have your space. Now you're the scripter, you have to come up with the words that they say. That's a pretty fun exercise. I really feel like we should do a video series where some of us go through and do some of these pages. Well, not the whole book, just a page here and there. So they give you a few pages here. Doc Ock meeting up with his cronies again. Or maybe not meeting up, I guess they live together, squatting together. Doc Ock doesn't have a cool headquarters. But they go to mess with J. Jonah Jameson, because he probably knows where Spidey is. It's powerful forms by John Romita Jr. Such a good storyteller. Now this, I think I inked this much later. This to me looks like I actually used a nib on it. Which would mean I was like 15 or 16 when I did this one. Looks like I'd been looking at Frank Miller work.
John Romita Jr. and Frank Miller, they come from basically not even the same block, the same office, pretty much. So there's a lot of crossover in their work. So you've plotted and you've scripted. We get a few more pages. Oh, here we go. Ink some PD face. Yeah, these were done with better ink than the earlier pages. Look at this great establishing shot. A little Pete on the phone. Great payphone by John Romita Jr. And again, I can't wait to get Spider-Man in his black costume. Pete's running to go change, and here I'm drawing the black suit over. So dumb. So dumb. Such a great 3-panel transition, too. These are difficult shots. John Romita Jr. makes them look easy. So, another great shot. Eye-level camera. Put Spidey back in that black suit. Great pose. God. Such a good penciler. Of course, if there's a Jonah face, I had to put some ink on it. Oh, looks like I was going to let this be regular Spidey costume. Here's some random weirdo. I'm sure I added those giant sunglasses or something stupid like that. Spidey's admirer. Oh no! Alright, next section. Penciling. And be sure to join us next time for that penciling section, and we'll take one more look over the book. If you've enjoyed this and you've got any questions, let me know and I can address them in the next video. If not, leave a comment below and maybe we can talk there. Alright, thanks for joining. See you next time. Take care. Stupid cat.